bodies. I pray that you guys are too. I pray that you guys are feeling good mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. I pray that you guys are feeling rich, healthy, and wealthy in mind, body, soul, spirit. You get what I'm saying? And I pray that you guys have a hedge of protection over your individual bodies and the vehicles that y'all traveling in, giving y'all grace, mercy, and longevity along your journeys today while y'all get to each and every destination. Make sure y'all check out the skits. Funny as shit. Um, I dropped a new skit a couple days ago, so make sure y'all check out that. Make sure y'all check out uh, the album, the music is on all platforms, and I got visuals here. New music dropping called Not That Kind of Crazy, the EP, and then I have Black Smoke and Mirrors getting ready to drop, which the cover is the thumbnail, and PSA, Putting Feelings Aside, is dropping next. So make sure y'all check all that stuff out. And then, the good hair products. Because I got the hair products from the Shiva Natural Treasure. And the good skin lotion. But I do have a topic for y'all later on tonight. When I, be in the office. But I just thought I would do something different with y'all today. And come up on here while I'm at work. Hey, illegal, how are you? I pray that you're having a blissful day so far, and that everything is going your way. How's everybody else doing? Like, how y'all feeling? Like, is it good morning, grand rising, good evening, good night? Is it the afternoon? You go to work, come from work, go to school, come from school. What you do? I'm at work. Work. I don't like. But my brother's here too. So we at one of my clients' house while he does some work on his deck. So I'm gonna go out there. I just wanted to do something a little different with y'all because I be always in the office, and I feel like if y'all gonna be on my journey, I gotta be a little bit more, transparent with you guys, because I don't just sit in the fucking office all day. I literally just be getting there when I get up on here with you guys. My day really busy. So I'm gonna go on the deck and y'all get to meet Mr. H. I'm gonna let you guys meet Mr. H. He's my favorite client. But for those who are entrepreneurs, entertainers, and you just want people in your motherfucking business, I don't have my other phone. I think I left it in my truck. But get you a .com. You go to .com and get you a .business card. It's electronic business card. You put all your links on there, your information, so that people can email you, check your pages out, your socials, and they can cash out, send that fucking coin. What's up, guys? Hey, Jaden. Is that Jay? Hey, Jay. How are you? Thank you, illegal. I am so far so good. So I'm gonna try to be a little more transparent for my stalkers. We know that you watch. We know. We see you, see us, see you, see us. We know that you stalk on the blogs and stuff. Why you do that for? We don't bother you. So I guess y'all get to be all up in the views too. Hi, Zavante. Hi, Aljan. Thank you. It's SpongeBob. See? Cause SpongeBob. Let me turn my water off. I work with a lot of, so for those who don't know, I work with a lot of VA clients, So I go to different people's houses, I do a little bit of LPN type stuff, mixed with a little CNA type stuff, I used to be a teacher, but what happened was when I was in, because we won't hear from my journey, right? So there's one time in band camp when I was in this narcissistic relationship, right? I got into this fight, and I'm an educator, and I hold teaching degrees and shit. So when I got into this fight, the girl had her kids out there, and they said that was like child endangerment or some shit. So it kind of fucked up my teaching degrees. But I got these good lawyers right now working in that state to clear up these, things so that I can go back to teaching. But through the grace of the Most High, my mommy made me get certain lessons when I was a teenager, and the shit keeps me afloat every time I have a midlife fucking crisis. So now I'm in here doing the things that I don't want to do to get back to the things that I want to do, and I'm here to share that truth with you, you know? So yeah, I got education degree, you understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some shit expunged off my motherfucking record, you understand what I'm saying? Because this nigga was doing triangulation, right? And he was fucking the bitch next door and shit. And it was just crazy because he was doing it for years, and then he was lying about it and shit and saying that he wasn't. And then when I came back into the picture, he was saying he ain't fuck with the girl and she wasn't nothing and all this stuff. And then it was like some stalking shit going on for like a whole motherfucking year. Like bitches kept coming to the crib, and I'm like, this can't be about no pussy and shit. And then eventually it was some betrayal, you know what I'm saying? Some dog snake backhanded backdoor bullshit that went on. And then it was a fight that occurred. Fucking shots got fired. I got shot. You know what I mean? It was some shit that happened. And then I got these charges. And then it kind of like, you know, stagnated my education degree. So now I'm be going from home to home working with the VA patients, you know, until I get my life back in order. So I'm 4 or 5 months out of that relationship, which was a 10-year fucking journey. So we here to share, you know, my childhood trauma, you know, generational curses, because I had to learn, I had to go back to the drawing boards and heal my fucking self, because the narcissistic relationship told me a lot about myself, and I'm here to share it with y'all. So come up on here, get this love, light, life, and good motherfucking energy, high vibes, and all that stuff. Don't come up on here judging me, judge your motherfucking mom, or judge yourself. Or like my brother would say, judge your fucking neighbor. So yeah, my brother is here though, because he's working. Hi, John. Thank you, Illegal, for making time for me. I appreciate you guys, because I can't do this without you guys. Hi, VW. That's what I'm going to say, because your name is kind of hard for me to pronounce. Hi, listen, hey, I'm gonna call you, what's it, Armand? I'm gonna call you, hey, listen, I'm here to be transparent as fuck. You get what I'm saying? Because you know when you vibe on love, energy, the highest frequency, you know, sometimes you can't be touched. I mean, he said the weapons was going to prosper, right? He said they shall not form. But the weapons will prosper, the people will come, the haters will hate, you know. But like I tell you, you got to make lemons out the shit, because they're gonna throw lemons, they're gonna make tomatoes, you know, and you make fucking juice. And you make salsa, like I tell you, squeeze it, you know, the juice in the eye burn better, you know. Hey, Devontae. So, listen, we gonna go on this bag that with Mr. H, like I be telling y'all about, and but plus I gotta take him his damn water because his blood be motherfucking high. And Mr. J, which I tell y'all is Mr. H, he said he. Let me turn the camera around for y'all. My brother's out here working. Mr. J, why you ain't take your water? Say hi, bro. The people were waiting for you. Yes, it work. See, he's out here. He did most of the deck. You know, when I come to Mr. J, my brother does work too, because these are the things that he do. You know, so that's why we're always together. Because me and my brother been together since Sandbox. We should have been fucking twins, you know. But we were, you know, born, you know, a few years apart, and we still act like twins. Take me through that. You know, that's my twin. That's my twin, you know. So, you know, and we're not a couple. For those who keep coming up on here asking that dumbass question, no, we are a couple of hustlers, you know. But no, this is my real life brother. We have same family, same blood, whole ass family. You know what I'm saying? He ain't. I don't even claim people who ain't my brothers. That ain't my brothers. I be like, oh, that's my homie. I don't even say. You know, I be like, oh, that's my homie, that's my best friend. Because, you know, y'all bitches be out here fucking y'all bros. You know, so I be letting y'all know that when I say it's my brother, it's my real brother. So that way, you know, when my husband come along, he can trust me and shit, you know. So he can trust me, so he can know that my bros is my bros, you know, and my foes is my folks. You'll get what I'm saying? Because y'all bitches be out here really fucking y'all bros. But this is my real life brother. We got the same grandma, same everything, same bloodline. Yeah, the same toxic ass family. So some of my childhood traumas and some of his too. Yeah, nah. So we here to share with y'all. But let me turn around so y'all can see. Yeah, somebody said, juicy, hi, juicy fruit, hi, Sam. He said, yeah, you know. He said, you know. Hey, McCarthy. Okay, the tribe. Okay. No, I don't. I just fuck around with the accent, but this what my bro is out here doing. Nah, I don't have accent. I just like to do it. It just make me feel comfortable. You know, you know. So let me see. I don't want to turn your way.
I ain't going nowhere past this
Past
right
the
here.
chair, or
Yeah, I ain't going.
actually, I'm gonna move back
I ain't
some.
going past this pole.
Yeah, but the vibration from the when you drilling and sawing and stuff like that, you know.
There we go.
So somebody said, "Is he single?" Thank you so much. X, I'm gonna call you X. I'm gonna call you X. But thank you so much. So yeah, make sure y'all follow the skits. Funny as shit. Check out the music on all platforms. Actually, I got to send my engineer money today because I be allocating money because I have regular job like you, I be all out here for a film. So I have to allocate my money, different places and stuff. I need husband. I used to be kept woman, but there was narcissism going on there. I did not like. So I gotta, send the engineer some more money and shit so I can get the song out to you. You get what I'm saying? Cause that shit costs. So I got to get up every day and go to a regular job. So I was going to say that. Because I have, stepmom. Her name is Zena, and she spells it with an X. So I was going to say that. I like that. I like that, Zoe. And that's one of my favorite names that I like. I always said if I was going to have another daughter, I would name her Zoe. Just so I could call her Zoe. Because, like Zoe Zelinda, I love her. I'm sorry. I do. That's why I named my daughter Penelope. See, I got the name, from like Pippi Longstocking and Penelope Speed Racer and Penelope Cruz. And then I used to watch A Good Time because I am 44. And I look young because I try not to let life stress me the fuck out. I don't let the situation change me. You can't let the shit change your heart because then it make you ugly inside, and then it make your appearance ugly. So anyway, I used to watch Good Times and shit, and Janet Jackson was one of my favorite characters on there, right? So Janet, they used to call her Penny all the time, and I used to be like, I like that name. When I get older, I'm gonna name my daughter Penny. And then one particular show, they called her Penelope, and it was over. And then that's why my daughter name is Penelope. You know. So.
I know what time it is.
Hi YPT. Hi Lewis. I look 44. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I would like to look my age sometimes. You're like the only person in the world that ever said that. Thank you. Take that as a compliment. I'm saying I'm supposed to look my age because people be thinking I'm motherfucking young. You know what I'm saying? They be trying to play me. But thank you. Thank you for saying I look my age. I appreciate that. I don't know what your intentions was, but I appreciate you. And I pray you have a hedge of protection over your individual body and the vehicle you traveling in. For everyone that's getting up on here, no, let me tell you something, Lewis. You are only as young as you feel. Being young is a feeling. It's a mind thing. It's a personal thing. You get what I'm saying? So again, like I said, I don't know what your intentions is. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know if you're new here, but you cannot make me feel no older than what I feel, even though I am 44. And I may look my age, and sometimes I may not look my age, but bitch, I feel 21. So it's mind over matter. So if it don't mind, it don't fucking matter. You get what I'm saying? You're only as old as you feel. And again, I pray you have a hedge of protection over your individual body and the vehicle you traveling in. And you have grace, mercy, and longevity over your life throughout your whole destination. And remember, the day is just beginning because I send energy back. Remember, when you're trying to make somebody feel how you want them to feel and project, remember that energy comes back and it comes back times 10, times 7, times 3. So I hope you find some joy and some youngness in your soul. Thank you. I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We gonna call you Dust. Thank you, Dust. Thank you, Dust. Thank you, Zoe. So again, we on my personal journey. I'm just Blanche Monroe. Make sure y'all check out the skits because I am funny as shit. Check out the music. It's on all platforms. Got new music coming called Not That Kind of Crazy, and a new skit called a new single dropping called Black Smoke and Mirrors. Cause you know some of y'all niggas live behind smoke screens, behind the illusion, and y'all don't even be liking y'all motherfucking stuff. That's why y'all be trying to get up in here and attack people, cause y'all be trying to put the energy somewhere. But you know, go insert that shit somewhere else. So anyway, you know, that's why I named the song Black Smoke and Mirrors. And then I got this other song called PFA. Because in my last situation, you know, I really did have to get one of them. So I had to put the feelings aside, you know. Like, I put my journey, my life all up in this shit. So make sure y'all follow, subscribe to a chick, you know. And right now, I'm just at regular work getting dust blown on me because my brother is working on. He's for one of my clients, he's doing a new deck. Why would, first of all, let me educate you something, Pat. First of all, do you know what hair is? Do you know hair is your ether? Do you know hair is your antennas? Do you know how hair is stay connected, nigga? You better go read Samson. That's why my hair ain't motherfucking like the white woman. It's like how it naturally supposed to be. Black, like I am, colored. Matter of fact, 'cause I ain't even black, I'm brown. You get what I'm saying? So my hair is at this natural form, making connection. You know, and if most people weren't, you know, had like a cognitive docile type mind and wasn't trapped into all these limitations and wasn't fucking boxed the fuck in and actually felt comfortable within themselves, they would feel comfortable more enough to wear locks too, so they can make connection and they can have their natural ether, you know. And then they would step out of, you know, when they have to step outside of self for people like you know, it would just not be internalized. You know, so that's why I don't wear hair like white woman, because I like my hair. Now, sometimes I might give me a bust down, you know, but I could get the, you know, sometimes I like to do the lace front, but I had to stop doing the lace front when, you know, when you understand spirituality and understand that you're putting people's spirit and energies on top of your motherfucking head, you get what I'm saying, and you could grow your hair the same length as theirs, then you know, when you do better and you know better, you learn better, you try to move better, you know, because I can take mine out. That's why they're not interlocked. So anyway, you know, yes, Gab, you know, I have to tell him thank you. Oh, you see my freckles? You make me blush. You know, for a long time I was in denial about my freckles. And then I had to ask my mom because people were like, I never seen a dark-skinned girl with freckles. And I'd be like, I don't have them. I don't have. And then I had to ask my mom. I said, I got freckles. She said, yeah, you never know. No, we call them locks because we not dreading nothing, Zoe. We not dreading nothing, Zoe. They locked. I'm locking in my energy, baby. You know? Thank you. Thank you, Exalt. I do, Pat. I do. I hear it. I do hear racism because I heard it from you when you sent that bullshit to my comment to that bullshit and asked me why I don't do shit like white woman. When you don't see white woman here, you see it colored. You know, you see me. Don't ask me why I don't do shit like somebody else because I do shit like me, Blanche. That's why I do shit like me because I want to be me. And that's why we here on my journey. The fuck? You trying to lock your hair, girl? Just go do it, girl. Just do it. Let me tell you, when I first went on my lock journey, because my hair is a little similar to my brother's, not as good as his. It took like a year and a half for it to lock. Like I still on the ends of it, you can see like all my ends are relatively curly. I just don't comb them out and let them curl because I got too many locks and it be taking too fucking long, and I don't really want to do that shit all the time. And sometimes when I'm trying to be like girly girl and dress up and put makeup and shit on my face and about to have a horrible day because I don't like getting dressed, I like being busted and disgusted, then you know I tried to do that shit, you know. But it's a process, it's a journey. I did not like my hair. Nobody tells you about the swelling phase, so let me educate you real quick. See, what I had did was I grew my hair down to shoulder length, right? And what had happened was I thought, you know, I was going miss the ugly journey, and that didn't happen because when my shit got locked up, they wasn't just thick. They was like really thin, and I don't know what the fuck they was, and they just looked at like, I don't know, they was thin, and I was like, they're not supposed to look like this. So about 6 months I cried. I don't want this journey. They say trust the journey. So I say, where's the hair? It's not swinging, no lock. It's what they do. So you gotta wait for your shit to shrink up, swell up, and then it grow. You know? So you know, go ahead and get it locked. Go ahead and get it locked. Thank you, Exalt. Thank you. No, it's because I'm in the sun. They're Hazel. Hazel. Yes, like what kind of merch you want? I have shirts, you know. have Mas, Thank you. Who that? We gonna call you EJ212. Thank you. Tell them again. Let's be all civil here because it's light, love, life, and good energy. All walks of life and humanity is here. The thing that I'm here to share with y'all is I am 44 and I went through a lot of shit. And I'm just here to share my journey of how I got knocked down 9 motherfucking times and I'm always getting up 10. You get what I'm saying? And I know y'all can do it too. You know? Thank you, miss. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Cindy. No, not smoke no weed today because I'm actually at work, Joe. I'm at work. That's what. Don't you see my eyes today? They ain't all over, right? Cause I'm at work. No, I'm not from Trinidad, but I do love you guys. I love all of my islanders. I love you guys. No, that's not my accent. Everybody keeps saying it. That's not my accent. It's something that I learned to play with and just started liking. I don't know. Yes, I am a teacher. I have education degrees. But right now, because my life I flipped up, turned upside down, like Fresh Prince, I'm back into nursing. So I do a little bit of everything, and I do a little bit of CNA, I do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. And right now we have one of my clients, as. And I'm working on getting shit expunged off my record, so I can get my teacher's degree back. Because when you get into fight, because guys are triangulation, and they try to put two girls together who shouldn't even be fighting because they don't owe each other loyalty. It's the man's fault. A bunch of shit happens, and then one person takes the fall more than the other, and the guy don't get touched. So when he was fucking the neighbor, I caught this fight, and she said the kids was there, but I don't remember the kids being there. But sometimes pictures, want to get you up out of there. And there was a lot of lies that was projected and shit, and they kind of fucked up my shit, the charges. So I'm working on that right now in a different state. I had to move from that state because I said I do not have time for this drama. This is not my life. I don't like this shit. This shit is embarrassing. I'm too old for this shit. Triangulating, fighting bitches and shit. Like, who the fuck want to do that in their 40s? Especially when a bitch don't owe you no loyalty. It's the man. Why y'all always do that though? When a man be fucking lying and cheating and he got his main chick, or you realize that you the side chick or you the main chick, and why y'all always go for the girl? Don't y'all know that's the nigga fault? Like, them bitches don't owe y'all no loyalty. Like, the only thing, if you do want to go to the woman, the only thing you should be confronting is the truth. Hey, are we fucking the same nigga? All right, cool beans. I just wanted to put that out there. Boo, boo, boo. You get what I'm saying? And you going about your motherfucking way. You can't be mad at the bitch because he wanted to lie, stick his dick in people. No, I'm not Kyle Connect's mom. I think I said his name. I'll be fucking
Somebody
people
said
names
that? Somebody said that again?
Yeah. Yes, I am 44, Armin. Yes, I have 25-year-old son. He's in the service. He's married. I have granddaughter. I have 13-year-old daughter, Penelope. She's on her way to high school, and she's going through all the things that girls go through, which is so annoying. I hate that high school. I hated it for myself. I hated it for my older children, and then I hated it for her. So she's going through all the girly girl shit that you go through with the, the puberty and the maturity. That plank that you have between 8th and 9th grade, and that summer just be like a weird physical, emotional experience for you, and then you're nervous about to go to high school only to find out that you hate most of the people there. Yeah, she's going through that, and I gotta be dragged through that with her because unfortunately I'm the mom, I'm the parent. So it's been a lot of little emotional talks and pampering and all that good stuff. Thank you, Cindy. Yes, because this is my work. You want to see my client? There you go. Say hi, Mr. J. Wave your hand.
Oh my God, Mr.
Y'all see my brother? He over there putting the deck together. Listen, William, pay that. I just feel like I don't never get paid because as soon as the pay come, all of my stuff is spent. I don't like, Thank you, Zoe. I am 44. I was born 81. See, you got you know what I learned? The elixir of life for why I look young? Because first of all, sleep is my hobby. I like sleeping even though I ain't been getting enough of it. But what I'm here to share with y'all is my real ass fucking life. I've been through some shit, and most people ask why I don't write a fucking book. But what I learned in life is when you take your pain, and we throw that phrase around, turn your pain into power, turn your pain into power. But for real, learning how to turn your pain into power is going through the worst of the worst, going through hell and coming back out of that bitch with some light. Coming out that bitch like heroes, sheroes unite. You see, coming back out with all these motherfucking colors like, I God, that kid's alive. That's why I still look young. I'm sorry. Don't delete me, y'all. Just subscribe. I'm sorry. I mean, you just got to be yourself and have the energy, and then you just look long. I just think I think that's the tree of life. No, Joe, I not work because I've already did my work in my class to sit out there and watch my brother put his shit together. Tell your wife I send a lot of prayer for her mentally, physically, and spiritually, because you got to be intentional when you're teaching kids, because it don't be the kids, it be the parents and the staff. So tell her I send peace, love, and protection over her, and may she get through every day happily, focused, positive, and productive, because teaching can be an overwhelming job sometimes. Although I did love it. I did love it, and I do love it. And now I'm here to teach y'all. I'm still a teacher, but I'm here to teach y'all how to, I guess I'm a student of life, and I'm trying to teach y'all. Oh no, why is reconnection? Oh, I said why? I said why do that? Is that like it? No, I listen, William. I didn't want to fight the neighbor. The guy was triangulation, but didn't do it for years. And then when it finally hit the fan, he did not fix it because he did not want to walk in his truth, and it wound up making two females fight that did not really have to fight. It was just a waste of time. It was a waste of my time. I'm pretty sure it might have been a waste of her time, but depending on where people's hearts, it might have been the best of her time. You get what I'm saying? But where my heart and mind is placed, it was a waste of my time. It was a waste of my motherfucking energy, and it makes me, I'm still fixing the aftermath of that, because yes, I got shot in that situation. I had court, people start with me for a whole year and wanted to come run down on me and got PFA on me. You'll get what I'm saying? And I had to do pro. They didn't bother me like probation was. But when I got to switch to another state, I had to do parole. It ultimately, hindered me from getting jobs. And the whole time while I was still in that relationship, the after fact of trying to fix my motherfucking life together, the nigga was still cheating, lying. And then he was kicking me while I was down, saying shit like, you can make it all better for yourself if you just get a job. How the fuck I'm going to get a job with all this shit on my record? God damn it. So, I was being kicked. I didn't like. But I'm trying to get to a lot of y'all questions. Hey, Reese, I pray you stay. Please stay. Make sure you check out the skits and all that stuff. And I don't just be talking about shrooms. I be talking about some real life shit, So make sure you check it out. And I pray you have a hedge of protection over your individual body and the vehicle you traveling in. Making sure you get grace, mercy, and longevity. What's up, mister? No, that's the thing. They were coming to the house every day. They was pulling up every day. The thing that I never understood is that when they would come into the house, they would keep bringing a bunch of guys. And I know where I come from. I hang with guys. Most of my guys are best friends. You see, I be with my raggedy ass brother all day. No pun intended. I love you, bro. But you see, I be with my best friend every day. And the thing, like where I come from, men just don't move like that. Like if men gonna come in a form of protection for you, it's not about no dick, no pussy, no nigga, no bitch. So when it used to be a bunch of guys coming, I never understood it. And it used to be the old boyfriend, the new boyfriend. I used to be like, well, what the fuck you done did to this bitch, or what you done said? Like, why she keep coming trying to fight? Because my thing was, this can't be about you. First of all, you was lying and she the fuck on me. So what the fuck you told her that got this? Because I'm the one that should be coming like this, but I'm not, because I understand what's going on. And I've been in this situation before in my younger age where I was the other woman such as her, but I didn't act like that, because I was like, listen, the nigga not gonna embarrass me. He made this choice and I'm gonna keep it to the little, I did the little skip thingy with it and said, peace. Got to go, but I'm not gonna look like an asshole out here. You made your choice. And unfortunately, in that situation, that wasn't how it went. I kept being the problem. I was the attacker. And I'm like, yo, you're not gonna handle this shit, fix this shit. And normally, niggas know how to, cease and desist that shit, but it wasn't the case, and it just kept escalating. I kept saying, this shit is going to get worse. This shit is going to look bad. My mom and my family kept getting dragged in it. My mom, and it was like her mom would start this shit. It was just like some chaos shit that I had never fucking experienced before. And then it wound up being a fight. It wound up being a shooting. I wound up getting shot. I did not know I was shot, but it was okay because it didn't hurt. You get what I'm saying? And yeah. And then my education's degrees was on some shit patch shit. And then the whole time while I was trying to rebuild my home and reaffirm myself, because it really distracted me from the shit that I'm doing here with y'all today, like the music, the skits and shit. It was a big distraction in my life. So now I'm like a couple years behind, but I'm really on time. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes you have to go through shit to understand the shit that you're going through, because your past and your future integrates, and then you become the best of all the shit. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just here to share that shit with y'all. And that's what happened. And then, when I was 17, my parents made me get these like two specific, L's. And they, helped me stay afloat through my whole journey. And that's what we're doing now. So to answer your question, I did my work and I have more work to do, but I'm going in right now. What's up, Mr. J? And for y'all, let me tell y'all, let me explain before I get to back to some of y'all questions. I'm gonna turn it back around to Mr. J. Say hi, Mr. J. Let me tell y'all how special Mr. J is.
Hello.
Let me tell y'all, look what Mr. J do. Mr. J is the reason why I sell products in the VA hospital. Mr. J is one of my clients, and Mr. J was one of the first persons from my work that not only did me believe in my product because he's seen how well they work, and he started buying them for like his different nurses and family members, and they are actually some of my clients too. But when I be bragging about my little, telling y'all to go get the dot joints, it was a lot of things that Mr. J, my earth angel, who I be saying get on my nerves sometimes because he be mean sometimes, don't you, Mr. J? Don't you be being mean sometimes, Mr. J? See, y'all heard him. He said, of course. See, I told you.
Right, Mr. J.
Told you.
Foxy me. Foxy talking about
See, I told y'all.
Hold on, let me stop, because then she said we don't team with her.
They do. I told them they look for validation in front of each other so they could team up on me. I don't like.
Who picked out that pizza when we went to Pizza Hut?
I don't like.
Who picked out that pizza when we went to Pizza Hut? All right.
I never said you picked out the pizza. I never said you picked out the pizza. But Mr. J is the reason why he, when I was going through when I was in transition in my breakup, it was like a year before my breakup, he was hearing a lot of the complaints, a lot of the things that I was trying to do, by, air hustling on my conversations. And Mr. J, took the initiative and started, investing in my products. And it put me in other spaces and places to sell. So I'm grateful for that. So this is why I tell y'all, like, y'all going through shit when life be throwing y'all lemons and shit like that, and you gotta make juice. You gotta make juice, because let me tell you something. The people that you want to show up for you is not going to fucking show up for you. So get that expectation. Not the hair. You got the tools, you got the vision, you got everything you need to do what you're gonna do. And guess what? The people is always going to be people that you don't expect to do it. So when you see that kind of love, light, and life being given to you, you gotta pay it forward. You gotta give it back. So that's why I be up here sharing my shit with y'all. And he likes loud music, and he likes the TV very loud, and then I can't hear y'all or my thoughts. I can't hear nothing. So let me see. Yeah, it wound up getting like that. Let me see. Yeah, they both eventually, when you're in love and you're in a narcissistic relationship, you don't really believe that you're in one until the veil slips. Thank you, Hannah. I make organic skin lotion. I have 4 different kinds. So that's why my skin looking like that. Plus I drink water and fruit, and I like to sit in the sun because sun is natural vitamin D. Make sure you get you some. So I'm trying to answer y'all questions, and I'll be wanting to so gracefully answer all of y'all questions. Yes, money is always spent. Sheesh. You sheesh. You got the right one. Money is always fun. And that's what I'm saying. But with the money being spent before it get in your hand, you still could live. You get what I'm saying? You ain't got harbor and, live behind the limitations. Who made? No, I ain't got no light with me. Thank you, legal. I mean, it's just who I am, and people was trying to suppress it, and when they was trying to suppress my energy, it was making my fucking body hurt. I'm a Sagittarius, Exo. I'm a Sag. No problem, Shishi. He does. Oh, no, he don't need no help, because then he gonna think you take all the money. He want all the money for himself.
The weekend, I need it.
Why you here, 99? But we pray that you have a hedge of protection. Hey, Clever. Hey, Jamaican. I love you. You're going to come see me? I want to go to the island. You take me to the island with you. I want to go, so I can walk out backyard and just eat the fruit fresh. I be over here siphoning through the fruit, trying to see what's the original, looking at barcodes and shit. Like, this is not 9. This is not the good shit, so take it back with you. I want the real fruit.
That almost smacked the shit out of me, huh?
Thank you. Oh, what's up, beauty? Hey, girl. Hey, beautiful. I just
I ain't
want
had
you
to
to
snack.
know you're my favorite girl. What's up, girl? How your day? How your day, girlfriend? I know, I know.
No. It's my
Thank you,
job right here, play.
thank you, patience. You know, but I'm ready for the four, you know.
You ain't think I was gonna get
Thank
these
you,
so next
illegal.
time.
Thank you. Yes, positive
Huh?
vibes only.
Yeah,
Hey
you didn't know we was
ho,
getting all this stuff
how
today, man.
are
Yeah, you ain't
you?
know that.
Listen, beauty, I
Said it's
can't
Friday. I got
what
some
y'all
good
see
work.
from the views and
And then
likes,
you brought
I can't
double
see
the
it. It
work.
always say
You brought
it be
20
like one or
instead of
two of
10.
y'all in here.
So we
That's
gotta
why
get them
when
all
y'all
down here.
questions start coming in, I be like, I'm trying to get to all of y'all questions at once. You know, because
Huh?
the views and the likes that I see,
Right.
it be
That's why
totally
you said,
different.
remember my last time you said you was gonna do 10 for 10. I didn't know you was gonna come twice.
Moonchild. This is not my job. That his job. I got my job. He got his job. I'm doing my work. I did my shit. I'm done. I mean, I still gotta wash my client clothes, and I want to change his bed and stuff because I don't see him again until next week. So I want to make sure that his things are clean before I go, and then I gotta make sure that he has his blood work is good, his pressures and things like that. I gotta do shit like that, and I did that. We about to fall. We about to fall. I don't know what you made me press. Boom shakalaka. Yes, I am here. That's what came out the dark. A ball full of light. I'm supposed to be doing yeah. Listen, soul child. That's what I'm gonna call you. Soul moon child. Cause I'm gonna be fucking up some names on here. They say, hey, Mr. J.
Hello.
If I tell Mr. Now, don't Mr. J look like he needs to go lay down, but if I keep telling him to go in the house, he's not gonna go in the house. See, he said, I don't want to go lay down. It's so funny you say that because my mom always be like, you look like little mama. I be like, stop that, because I know my forehead's big. You can motherfucking rub it and make a wish, you know? Well, why don't you go through the dual process to see how you can get it expunged? See if the statute of limitations are over or see if you can get it expunged. The good thing that I found out is the state that I'm originally from and the state that I court the charges in is two different statutes of jurisdiction. So what would have probably took me 15 years to get my education degree back is something so minimum. So in the state of Pennsylvania, I would have had to go through, I would have had to get a governor's pardon. But because I caught the crime in Delaware, I can go through, like the lawyers, the legal aid, and the judge. So that's what I am grateful for because I do miss teaching and I want to get back to okay, better paying job, and get my license, because I don't have to teach. I could do a bunch of other things, and shit. No, I'm not from New York. I'm from Philly. No, I'm from
I ain't
Philly.
stepping.
Thank you, beauty. So make sure, try to look in the statute of limitations, see how long your charges last. Should they be off your record now, or see if you could get them expunged. Call your local legal aid because they give out free consultations, and sometimes some of the shit that be on your record they can help you out with. So start there to clear some because these men can be messing up our shit because we got to tie up our credentials and fix our crowns and get this shit together because the balance is unbalancing and we got to come on ladies, when Beyonce said get the information, I think she meant let's get our shit together for elevation. We got to raise the frequency for the man, the child, the people. So yeah, make sure you get your shit together so you can rise up, my queen. Yeah, it is hard. It's for what I learned I go through that all the time. But what I learned in this world is like what you put out, who you are. Just keep being you. Like 98% of the world is fucked up. 2% of the world, you gonna find your authentic, genuine, real people. But everyone has the gift of discernment. Everyone has wisdom. You just gotta call on her, and she gonna come to you. And the first, signs of wisdom is the first listening to the higher consciousness, which is the most high. You get what I'm saying? And wisdom going to show you everything you need to, see. It's just that we got to use our discernment a little bit more wisely to be able to differentiate who got good intentions and who got bad intentions. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, our mind, our body, and our soul and our body is going to tell us before our mind registry. you know what I mean, register it. So, you know, when you come across some genuine people, you just gotta learn to be the type of person you wish you had to them people. And don't let the shit that you went through dictate, you know, your decision on how you treat them genuine people, or how you be authentic in yourself. You know, you just gotta give that love back. And like I said, because you know Mr. J show me love, so I bring my love back to you guys. Thank you, beauty. Hi, Andrea. Oh, damn. Make sure you excuse yourself, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you excuse yourself. I hope it wasn't one of them silent ones, too, because you know them silent ones, we would have been all over like this. Like, damn. Ooh. Let me put it down for he. Mr. J is not. Yeah, Mr. J always chilling. He don't want to go lay down. He don't want to go lay down. Yeah, do need to go lay down. So he wanna look at all the what we doing. For somebody to be calling somebody musty as fuck, you need to get that dusty ass name off of your motherfucking handle, cause you prison as fuck. The fuck? No, he's listen, Mr. J, his own man. Listen, if y'all ever be around elderly people, y'all know they be set in their ways. You can't tell them nothing. Okay? You can't tell them nothing, okay? Hey, Quadru. You know what? 3330. I'm going to call you 3330 because I'm going to fuck that up. But I pray you have peace, love, joy, hedge of protection over your individual body and the vehicle you traveling in, letting you get to and from your journey safely. Give me grace, mercy, and longevity. I'm glad you're here. The same for you, Save America, because I don't know what you're talking about. No doubt, beauty. No doubt. That's what I'm here for. Thank you, Montana Brown. Thank you. Thank you. What's up? We got Chamora. Okay, we're gonna call you 576. Hey, boo, how you doing? No, I'm from Philly. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, Moon Child. No doubt, no doubt. You know, but don't thank me, thank the Most High, because He just gave me, you know, discernment to just come here and share it all with you guys. Because I just learned that we become what we feel. If I was to say, hey JB, hey Scene 1, 2, 3. I don't know, but I pray you guys have hedge of protection over your individual bodies and the vehicles you're traveling in, getting to and from your journey safely. But again, like I said, I'm giving you grace, mercy, and longevity over your lives. But like I said, what I learned in life, like my last relationship was really fucking hell. And at first, you know, when you in a heavy everything seemed like so fun and so excited, and especially when you're still looking for validation, when you still don't truly authentically understand who you are, when you're still trying to dim your light, when you're still trying to keep the peace to make others feel comfortable. Like everything that's being motherfucking thrown at you, it be real life shit on a stick, and you know you be like, oh, this is so glitter and gold, you know, until the shit really starts smacking you in your face and you be like, wait a minute, this shit stink. But the whole time the people around you was like, bitch, this shit that it was way past depression. I was in a dark space. Like I couldn't look at myself in the mirror sometimes because my hair fell out real bad. If y'all scroll down to the other live, I show y'all when I on a I don't know how. Go look at the live, and they was hanging on to a strand and a prayer, and that's how I got into the herbs and the body, which I do. Know the 20 to 11 herbs, you know what I'm saying, and my skin products, because like I share with y'all on the other lives when I'm teaching y'all about how energy in your body was getting a lot of bladder effect. In turn, my kidneys start getting fucked up. With that being said, started becoming flags. sitting in my face like, yeah, like what is wrong with like out of like I took a page out of your book and you mean to tell me you so like you sitting here with this dumb shit. So when it got to the point where I couldn't look at myself in the mirror and my eyes were getting dark, my skin was breaking up real bad. I started getting psoriasis of the skin, psoriasis of the hair. It forced me to go within and really honor who the fuck I truly was, because that is what pulled me out of that relationship. And in that moment, I learned what wisdom and what discernment was. I learned what we all are really here to do. Like, if you let people take you down to low frequencies and you stay on that frequencies, that shit will eat you a new motherfucking asshole. It will change the trajectory of your life. It will make you make some decisions that you can never come the fuck back from, and you will not like who you are. And that was what I started going through. Every day when I got in the mirror, it got to a point where like maybe for a year or so, I could not look in the mirror. I hated looking at myself. I hated it. I started going down. I didn't have the same energy to get dressed or anything. And it got to the point where when I started getting back into manifestation, meditation, scripture reading, I went on a hardcore diet because I got tired of going back and out of the hospital having surgeries. And I said, you know what? I'm going strictly fruits and vegetables. I'm really going to get on here and really put who the fuck I am to work. And that's what I did. And when I started forcing myself to look at the mirror, the thing was I didn't like what I seen. So I said, change it. Change it. Change it. That was the only option I had. Like, I didn't think, oh, I'm going to step out into this world and become how I feel. Oh, I'm going to step out into this world and project all the fucked up shit that I went through and make everybody else after this situation pay for that. No, because that shit was eating me alive. No, it was making me look older. It was making me, one day I looked in the mirror and I did look my motherfucking age and it scared me. I was looking 44. I said, oh, Lord. Oh, God. I'm starting to limit myself. I got to get out of this matrix, So then, yeah, I had to get back to myself. So don't thank me, thank the Most High, because He helped me get out of the darkness so I could share the truth and all that stuff with you guys, So that's what happened. Would you say you make want to eat some watermelon? Wait, listen. We did have some watermelon earlier, But Mr. J, listen, he be mad that he be trying to keep me around too. He be trying to keep me around too all the time, all the time. Listen. I prayed that y'all are leaving because that's what I came back for. I promised myself. I said, I felt like old commercial that they used to show in the 80s and the early 90s. Be all that you can be in the army. Mr. J, is that how you went to the service from hearing that commercial all the time? Be all that you can be in the army. Or was you already in the service at that time? Huh? I know you was in the Navy, right? Oh, yeah, the Marines. You was in the Marines like my dad. Yo, you was in the Marines. Yeah, because the Marines be talking shit because, they the first people out. When something go down, they the first people that, got to hit the ground before the army shit come in. So they be, talking shit on the army because they be like, y'all niggas is scared. Y'all don't even be coming in. Y'all pussy ass don't even be in there. And then, the Navy, they be like, y'all niggas don't even know how to shoot guns. Like, they don't even be training y'all for real. Like, they just be going, like, they be like, so they be just coming at them. So I don't know. I just try to stay out the beef. I try to stay out the beef. Oh, thank you. That's good, Exalt. That's good. I'm glad that they didn't find anything. But let me help you understand and understand something too. If sometimes I don't know what type, I'm not here for a religious debate. I'm not here for a spiritual debate, because what I've come to learn, and this is just on my own journey, on top of taking a couple world religion classes and shit, because I said I do have the grids, I did study history and stuff like that because I am an educator. But What I learned, I don't know what y'all spiritual beliefs in. I've come to learn that we're all trying to do the same fucking thing. Get to another dimension. We're all trying to live peace, love, and joy and just want to get beyond the matrix. But what I have come to understand is that when you really start walking in love, light, life, and high frequency energy, sometimes the Most High will shield you and protect you. And sometimes He will put a veil over you so He can hide you while He's moving you up. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes He prepares a table in front of you and make your enemies watch. So He will shield you and He will hide you and let you evolve and level up. And then that's when you go through that weird ass isolation space, and you don't be around nobody, and then you don't even desire to do shit or be around nobody, and you be like, this is weird. I don't know why I feel like this. That's because He's hiding you, and He's vibing with you, giving you the downloads. That's why y'all ass be waking up late at night, because He's showing you your truths. You get what I'm saying? And then you be getting the synchronicities and stuff. Y'all better pay attention, because the signs and symbols is all around you. So sometimes He will hide you and shield you just so you can evolve. Mr. J listen to everything. Mr. J listen to everything. But right now he want to listen to he like listening to the lunch hour people stuff. Hi, what is that? Trinea? Listen, I be fucking up some names. So if you're gonna be here, I need to let you know I slaughter words, I slaughter names. I don't know why I do, but I do. Let me get out your way. Cause it look, I think that's what it is, Lenny. I kind of think that's what it is. I like to think sometimes you get a hedge of protection over you. Why you do your thing? I send it out to you guys all the time. I'm not just saying this shit. I send a hedge of protection for grace, mercy, longevity. I don't know what your beliefs is, but sometimes you just gotta think of it as a hedge of protection. Oh, y'all want to meet her too? So this is what my brother doing. My brother, we're always together. You know what I mean? So he's been working on Mr. J's deck or whatever. So when I come work for Mr. J, he works. Look at her. Oh, don't try to straighten your face up now, Herb, that you on the live. You ain't shy, Herb. Why don't you go ham and show them people how you be going ham? Don't try to hide now, Herb. Where you going, Herb? You dancing, Herb? Mr. J, they said you need to lay down. The people.
I have my life. I got my own life, and I got it.
You want to give the people some wise words of wisdom and encouragement. These young people, Mr. J, you've been around the block quite a few times. I take all the elder advice. You want to send some words of wisdom and encouragement out to my peoples?
Trust in your thoughts.
What'd you say?
Trust in your thoughts.
Trust in your thoughts. Y'all heard that, right? Mr. J, y'all heard that, right? He said trust in your thoughts. See, I'm not the only person that said this shit. And he's older than me. But I'm going to come in here and put my phone on the charger because it's about to die. And stuff. You gotta enjoy outside. You gotta enjoy nature. You gotta go put your feet in the thank you. I'll let Mr. J know that, beauty. Thank you. I'm sorry about that, but that lag, it makes me tired. So I try to do the things that I like these days because I listen to my body, and my body says do that, so I just do. My mind says yes, I like those, so I do. I'm sorry. I like. It's like, no. Make sure y'all check out the skits. Funny as shit. Make sure y'all check out the skits. Just dropped a new skit not that long ago. Make sure y'all check out the music. It's on all platforms. Got visuals up here too. The new music is dropping soon called Not That Kind of Crazy. And I had therapy Thursdays yesterday because remember I told y'all we kept playing ping pong and I missed her on Tuesdays. And then so I had her on Thursday and I'm going to tell y'all how that went. But other than that, make sure y'all follow the skits and shit because I be putting all my real life up into the music and the skits. And then, you could go to Blanche_Monroe's IG or Blanche Monroe, Facebook. So you get the 2211 herbs, tea bags, the oil, the lotion, all that good stuff, and be in my personal life. But I had therapy Thursdays because let me tell you all something, right? I'm going through this new shit, right? And I was like, yo, this shit feel like the Matrix. I'm like, yo, it feel like, remember when they kept having all the fucking agents and shit or whatever? And I'm like, yo, I feel like, and I feel like people, and I feel like, don't think I'm crazy because I'm not that kind of crazy, but, I feel like when their scripture and Revelation say that it's only going to be like 144. I think that we don't really understand scripture in a way that we should. I think that we look behind the metaphors and the assemblies and all the I don't know the fucking word I'm looking for, but we don't look beyond what's being said. We don't look underneath. They take for what they saying for face value. So, life isn't linear. You get what I'm saying? But you have linear situations for a bigger purpose. And I feel like, hey HW, I feel like, hey 462, hey dude, the 3670, hey my guy. But I feel like when Revelation talks about their 144 leaving, I don't feel like that's like a physical death. I feel like that's the separation between low frequencies and high frequencies. And because everything is energy and people aren't taking it literally for what it is, and you are fucking energy. Like when this shell, your body, you just manifested yourself in this shell. You'll get what I'm saying? But the shit that you feel inside, that's truly who you are. That's why sometimes, your body go through all these things when you're withholding how you feel or what the fuck you need to say inside, and then you start getting headache and body pains because your spirit is like, bitch, you're not being me. You get what I'm saying? You're being the shell that I manifest. Be me. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like that 144 is like that space where energies started raising, frequencies started raising, and there becomes a point in time where there's a separation between who's vibrating high and who the fuck is vibrating low. Okay, and this is why I say that is because when I started looking at things, as I could have, man, when I tell y'all some of these motherfucking stories that I've got, y'all gonna be like, why the fuck you ain't write no book yet? And I'm be like, I don't know, I was still getting distracted, and then I finally decided to bet on myself. And then when I said, I'm just gonna bet on myself, maybe if I put all that energy into me, maybe I will get somewhere. And look where I'm at. I'm here with you guys. I just decided this last in June. I mean, I was doing little shit. I was showing up, trying to stay relevant, but I'm talking about literally betting on myself. And when I started really tapping in, it started seeming like, because remember I shared with y'all, like, everybody has a spirit that haunts them down, especially if you got a high vibing energy and a light. And we learn this spirit in our family. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes it starts off with our parents. It starts off with our siblings. Like, we learn these fucked up behaviors, and then we can become familiar and normalize these behaviors. And then when we step out into the world, these are the people that we become friends with and the people that we become lovers with. And we be like, this is some fucked up shit. This is fucking with my childhood traumas and these wounds that I thought I healed, right? So then when you discover that, no, you're supposed to evolve and learn from this shit so you can stop repeating your same pattern. Because what I learned in my journey is when I was starting to see everybody's pattern, it made me realize my own pattern. It was like, that's interesting. It was like I started becoming like the Matrix, where I was like stepped outside of the motherfucking the scene, and I started looking. I'm like, okay, so that's me right there. That's dumb. Okay, I see that playing out. All right, so I'm gonna do that shit again. So you just gonna do that shit again. You ain't learned last. Okay. So then when we went to another scene, I was like, all right, so let me tweak this a little bit different and let me see how that worked. And then I stepped back into the scene and was like, all right. And I tweaked it out a little bit, and it shifted me. It shifted me, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm creating this bullshit because of what I'm familiar with. You get what I'm saying? What I identified as normal. And what I started learning is when you start getting away from what you thought was normal, that spirit will start shifting to different vessels. Okay, if anybody ever seen the movie Fallen, remember the spirit as Azulfiel, however you pronounce his name, and he kept going from different body, but he was trying to get to Denzel Washington, but he was going to different bodies so he can destroy Denzel's Washington life, because he was like this high publicized criminal investigator. That's really how the spirit that's on your life to stop you from your purpose, that's really how that fucking spirit is. Because you'll remove one person out of your life, and then next thing you know, you'll see the same traits and patterns in another person, and you'll be like, damn. And then you'll realize that spirit is starting to jump from different people to try to to try to distract you, to try to get you discouraged, to try to have you living in a state of fear, to try to stop your light from shining and things like that. And I just learned that, the motherfuckers be looking like agents from the Matrix. I be feeling like Neo sometimes, like, oh, not again. Y'all just don't stop. He put the glasses on. I don't like. Oh, God, not another one, So I feel like life is like that. The movie, I like Venom. Yeah. When he took, it's pretty much like that. It's pretty much like that, like a dark entity. HW, I have organic hair oils. I have organic lotions. I also make skits. They funny as shit. Check them out, because I be having my point of views all up on here, because we just walking down this journey of, my childhood traumas, generational curses, and being through some narcissistic shit. And then I'm just a girl who had a dream that's, just trying to manifest that dream, because I don't chase anything anymore. I just attract. I learn when we chase it, run. So I don't like running. Make my feet hurt. I be out of breath. I smoke too much for that shit. So now I'm just learning to sit, and go with the flow and the currency. And, all the shit that I went through gave me, content and product, and it, turned my pain into power. So I sell organic hair oils and lotions. And, you see the locks. If you go check the live out, I had like only 4 of them. They stuck like this, and they hung on to a strand in the prayer. And then I had to start reading shit and learning about herbs in the body. And I made this really good oil that brought my locks back, because I don't have any attachments. I don't have any interlocks. When my locks get to a certain length, I'm taking them out. But I want to wait till they get to my eyes first. And then I want to take them out to see how long my hair gonna be. And then I'm gonna lock them back up, because you can't do much shit with your hair when you take them out. So hey, HW. So I pray you have that edge of protection. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being here. That's our sister state. You from New Jersey. That's my state, sister state. So we sisters, we siblings. A lot of people are caught in the 3D world because they really believe that is their reality. That's why I'm here to share the shit with y'all, because I went through a lot of shit. When I had my first child, I thought it was gonna be like a fairy tale, and then my baby dad got slammed with like all these murder charges for 17 years. So I had to raise the kid by myself. And then, I got into another fucked up relationship with the baby dad. And then that only lasted about 9 months, because I said, no, I don't like it. This is some bullshit. I had to dip, and it made me lose all my record endorsements and my deals and the contracts. And then come to find out I was in some fucked up shit with the record deals. But this was like in 2010, 2011, when I was, first getting out there in the wind, when I was trying to figure out where those boys is at. That song is on Reverb Nation. And then I had childhood traumas and dramas. My dad was not claiming me. My mom was abusive to me. And then I just had all these miscellaneous fucked up relationships. I used to dance. I was a night fairy before, because I had to make the money and I had to reach a certain goal. I did that for like 3 years of my life, and I got the fuck out because it helped me get to the music and stuff like that. And that was a journey of its own, because people tried to, fuck me again, because they didn't know that I had my own car, I had my own house, and I never thought my business, I never hung with those people. So that was a whole nightlife of its own. What else I do? I did a lot of shit. And I'm here to share with y'all. I called a couple, Jack all trades, woman of many faces. I'm 44. I went through some shit. And I don't know why I ain't write a fucking book yet. I think because I kept getting distracted. So now I'm up on here telling my goddamn story. And hope that, in my journey, you can learn to stay focused, positive, and productive. Be authentically you. Be true. Get the fuck up. Show up for you. I was a knife. You was a knife fairy too, again. We got some stories to tell, because I was, I had to do the game differently, because, I had no ass at all, no titties, so, I had to be, very seductive. I had to have the gift of gab, but I was great dancer, Ask me, can I do some pole work? No, I got one good leg and I can only go halfway up the pole. That was not my trade, I was in there for other things. But I was in there, because I used to be, I'm a retired, hustler. So, being a night fairy just looked better. So I became a night fairy, the hustle, and then listen, man. I got some stories. You know what I'm saying? I did tell y'all one story of when the guys set me up with 5 guys, and I think they was going. I don't know. I think they was going to try to rape me. I don't know what they was going to do, but I'm telling you, them niggas, they thought I was they thought I was slipping. They thought I was slipping, but I was on point because me and my homie, we had this thing that because he used to be everywhere I been, so that way I wouldn't get caught up because he knew I like to be by myself, roll by myself, and I was always like on some ghost maniacal in the night. You understand what I'm saying? Out here just doing things, show up in the morning like a unicorn, like hey, I do nothing. What? No, I was not having antenna. I was not doing that. I was just Miley Cyrus. It was like kind of like that. And then so, hey, Mullet. So, yeah, they thought so. I had to. Me and my friend, because I used to be into so much shit, and we used to watch Belly all the time. One of my safe things was when I would call him. And he act like he's saying he watching a movie. I'd be like, oh, what you watching? And he'd be like, oh, Bella. And I'd be like, oh, yeah. Then my favorite part come up, Keisha. That was always to signal him that I was in trouble. So I was in this particular situation, and we had to use the signal for the first time. I mean, it's a little bit more slicker than that, a little bit more swifter. And we had to use the signal, and it was just like a series of events that, went on. But I'm telling y'all, my legs was buckling. You understand what I'm saying? They felt like noodles, but I had to keep hope alive because I think the niggas was going to rape me. I think they was going to take it, and I just was not letting them take it. And then I just had to blow my cover. I was like, I don't sell pussy. I sell drugs. I'm sorry. He knows this. This is cover up. I was so scared, y'all, for real. I was real scared. And my dad the day before was just telling me, you gotta stop challenging men. Somebody gonna fuck you up. You gotta stop. And I'm like, no, I don't. Challenge them. But I speak what the fuck I have to say. He's like, no, women don't have to argue with real men. And you let boys be boys. And I'm like, no. So in this particular situation, I heard my father's. I was about to challenge the fuck out of all father these niggas. And then my father's voice came up like, don't challenge men. And I'm glad I listened to that voice in my head because I think that it would have triggered them because I was by myself. And it's so funny that if y'all go down the live, I tell the story about it, but at the end of when I finally got to a safe space, because they never took me where I needed to go. They dropped me like in the middle of some fucking where they thought I had no access, but I had 2 phones. I had a bunch of fucking work on me, a bunch of fucking money, and my homie was on the way. Like this when the flip phones, the T-Mobile phones was out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So he was in my big ass bag. Cause remember Beauty, when we was night fairies, we used to carry them big ass bags. That was the real big ones. Before the bitches start carrying them as pocketbooks. They was the dancers bags. And we put our whole life in there because we ain't know what the fuck the day was going. Until you get what I'm saying. So we had a little bit of furniture, a little bit of the day. A little bit of the refrigerator in there. Everything we needed for the day. Cause we ain't know what we was going to do today. Anything could have went. You could have wound up in a different state, that night. You could have wound up in a different city, by day morning. You could have wound up, out to eat on a vacation. You don't know, but I didn't date, so I would never wind up at a nigga house, but I don't judge those who do. That's why I was selling the drug, So anyway, I had the big ass bag, so the flip phone was in the big ass bag with all the house, the food, and all the shit we need for the day we don't know how it's going to go. Right, boom. So bam, right? I got the flip phone in there and we doing all this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, it was the yes, girl. You know what I'm talking about. The Nokia, the flip. I had the pink one from T-Mobile. You know. Before they came in and fucked the game up. Before they start doing the $40, $50 shit. It start fucking up the sales in the club. They don't know how taking that shit outside the club start fucking the sales up in the club. But I was cool because I had my little drugs. I had my little weed. I had my little, because the bitches was loving to play with their nose. So I'm just sorry, transparent moment. So then right, boom. So, if y'all go down the live, I tell the story, but boom, at the end of when I was getting out the car and they thought they was just dropping me off in the middle of the wilderness, and I'm like, boom, my boy on his way here in 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And when I got out the car, the niggas said, let me ask you a question. One of the guys in the back, he said, let me ask you a question. I said, what? But, I was trying to act like I was a she-bro, but I was buckling, y'all. I was scared. I was shitting bullets. My hands was all sweating. My upper lip was all sweaty. And I was like, yeah, what's up? I was still trying to be a real nigga. But I was a bitch that day. I was a girl's girl that day. But I was trying to stand up like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up? And these hills and shit. What's up? What's up? And he like, what you mean by, Belly, what you mean by, and I'm like, nothing. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, when you were talking to the person on the phone, what did you mean by, that Keisha part? And I was like, Oh, nothing. I was just, my friend said, he was watching a movie. So I said, and the motherfucker looked at me and was like, they all started laughing. And the motherfucker was like, shorty, everybody sing Belly. And they pulled off. So I think that, if y'all go back to the story when I tell y'all, they had me all over Philadelphia City, kept talking about they was going to go get this girl that was supposed to be tricking with them. And then it came down that I think I was the girl that they already had. And they was trying to convince the trick with them. And I'm like, I don't date. I sell pill. I sell weed. I sell coke. If the informants on here, the FBI on here, please don't come arrest me for shit that happened 20 years ago. I'm just here to share my love, like life, high vibes and good energy. But I'm like, I don't sell pussy. I sell everything under the moon, but I don't sell drugs. And here's the reason, I don't sell pussy. And here's the reason why I don't sell pussy. For those who know me and for those who not here, my mother is HIV positive. My mother's been HIV positive since I was 17. I'm 44. So the things that I used to do promiscuous prior to that time, no. I stopped because that is something that lives in my backyard, and that is something that was very scary to me. Okay, and it came close to home, so yeah, I chose not to be promiscuous out of shit. Cause I was like, yeah, no, I don't. So when I used to dance and motherfuckers used to try to date and trick with me, I used to be like, no, one night the pleasure, get lifetime of agony pain. And my mom got it from a boyfriend. My father had went to jail for a few years or whatever, and she called herself getting into a relationship. But if you want to know, she shares her story too. She's, when, she was on the Ebony. I can show y'all when I get home. She was on the Ebony magazine. She was on the Jet magazine. I have newspaper articles, Billboard articles. She was also, when the Oprah show was going on, she was offered to be there. Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones, all them fucking shows or whatever because of how she turned her pain into power. And I think I get that from my mama, because she don't look like she's old enough to be my motherfucking mom. They always think we sisters, so that's how, so that was one of the things that kept me from not, selling desires, and then I had to dance through a recession and shit, when it was my president's black, my nana that blue, my da. Listen, y'all know how hard that was to do, but I was a fucking survivor because I'm 80s babies and we survivors, but it, I went through a lot, so I'm just here to share that with you because, again, life going life, people want people, life gonna throw you motherfucking lemons and tomatoes, and you just gotta get up, dust yourself off and make juice or sauce, because you got the juice, you got that sauce, you just gotta, and take everything in, just take it all in, and just, take it in, and I don't know, give it back, pay it back forward, no doubt, beauty, I'm here, my parents are black, my parents, I like the accent. Hey, real. My parents, let me read some of y'all comments because I seen a few when child, they always asking me to write a book. Listen, that's one of my sticky notes of beauty. So let's send in collective prayer that the vibrations and the frequencies just rise so high that somebody can come in and want to edit this shit. I need production label. I need, publishing company. I want my book to be a movie. I want 50 Cent on this shit because I want my shit to be like Get Rich or Die Trying. It's called For Rich or For Poor. Go check that song out. There's $1 platform too. And that was one of my first diss songs. For Rich or For Poor and Fall Back. Them two songs? No, For Rich or For Poor, Fall Back. Yes. Come on, you ready to get washed up? All right, go ahead. I'm gonna get you set up. For Rich or For Poor, Fall Back, and all of that is actually when I was writing this song to my ex in my relationship. All right, Mr. J, here I come. So y'all see, Mr. J, he said he want, he want to get himself together and stuff like that. And I'm gonna wrap this up too because I want to go, to the bank and stuff like that. So I will see you guys tonight. I will be on there relatively early. I don't know. I'm lying. I might be lying to y'all. I'll be on there tonight though. I will be on there tonight. I do have a topic for y'all. It's a good topic. It's about military or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna go ahead on out of here because now I gotta get my ass back to work. I gotta be serious. So y'all stay focused, positive, and productive. I pray that y'all are feeling busted and disgusted, highly favored, beautiful, handsome, and blessed. I pray that you guys, the rest of y'all day, y'all have a hedge of protection over y'all individual bodies and the vehicles y'all traveling in, giving y'all grace, mercy, longevity over y'all journeys, and making sure that y'all get to y'all destination safely. Remember, life on life. We're at the middle of the day. For some of y'all might be at the end of the day, and for most of y'all might be at the top of the day. Life on life. People going people. Okay? And lemons gonna be thrown and tomatoes are gonna be thrown, but throw them shits back, okay? You get in this motherfucking mirror, you dust yourself off, fix your collar, and you get out there, you tell yourself, affirm yourself, and tell yourself who the fuck you are, and then get out there and get them people hell. And until then, if you need some words of encouragement, you go look at my fucking love, and you get your ass up, and you show up for yourself, and until then, I love y'all. Peace, love, and high blessings, and stay focused, positive, and productive.
See y'all
and
later.
go look at my videos so you can get some love, light, and get the fuck out there and fight the good fight.